So the cow's a little bit out of focus, but
Rita?
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'd like to buy the cat. Whoops.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so would you email me what you want for it?
Sure, I'll message you. Yeah, honestly, what I'm going to do is what I had planned on doing anyway was putting it on auction or buy it now on Daily Paintworks. So
Okay.
what you can do is when I put it up there, you can go in and buy it now. It'd be basically my retail unframed price, and then I can upsell you that frame. Or you can put a bid on it and possibly get it for less, depending if I get any other interest in it. It's a gamble, but honestly, I've had a lot of paintings go off auction with only one bid on them. So sometimes you can get a really good deal. So that'll be up to you, but I'll send you that link.
I love it. So
Yeah.
great, I'll look for it on Daily Works.
Okay.
Do you sell them with the frame?
It depends.
Depends.
If I put them on Daily Paintworks, dailypaintworks.com is a site that I'm on, and if I don't have an art festival coming up or a show coming up that I have to paint for, then I just create stuff and I put them on Daily Paintworks, and I usually put them on the auction then. And all the auctions are unframed because sometimes I don't know what frames I have. Sometimes I accidentally make a painting and I don't have a frame the right size. Usually not, but sometimes. So when I auction them, I just auction them unframed. That's usually the standard. Most artists will do that if they're going to auction a painting, it'll be unframed. But then that gives me the opportunity to upsell a frame to the winner of the auction. So, otherwise I'd have to, if I auctioned it with the frame, I'd have to factor that into the starting bid price. And a lot of times that wouldn't be as it's not such good marketing. You want the bid price to start, at a good price that people want to see.
When you send them, you put them in a cellophane?
I'll cover them with a glassine.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see if I have one. I don't have any here right now that have glassine on them. Oh, yeah, I do. Here we go. I have this penguin. I cover them with a glassine. So this is an older painting that I have that I just have sitting up on the shelf because I reused the frame for something. And it's just covered with the glassine paper and taped around the back.
Okay.
So this keeps the pastel perfectly safe. Nothing's going to happen to that underneath that glassine. And if they buy it unframed, I'll package it like this with another piece of foam board on top, and then I'll sandwich that in between more foam board.
And if you sorry.
Oh, and then I'll include I'll include like a little piece of paper that I print that has pastel care and framing tips on it.
Lovely.
So,
if you do your painting on a paper mat or on paper, then do you have to glue it on a foam board or just loosely put a foam board at the back?
I'll just tape it. I'll just tape it on. In fact, there are lots of different ways you could do that. If you're going to frame it with a mat, you can just tape it down onto a backing board that is the size of the frame, and then the mat will go on there. I usually recommend a spacer behind the mat, like another piece of mat board or another piece of foam board or something behind the mat, offset about 1/4 inch. And then that will hold the paper down, the painting. Okay. And then the frame. I have mounted paintings that are already finished. I have mounted them on a backboard. If they're larger, I like to mount them because then it keeps them flat against the backing instead of, I have a painting in my house right now that I should have mounted, and it's got ripples in it from various humidities, where places that it's been. But small paintings, I usually don't see that issue with. Personally, I don't use mats. So even if I do a piece of, if this was on paper, it would be cut to the size of the frame. I would lay it down on a piece of foam board, the same size, and I would just stick the glass on there, tape all the way around the edges, and put it in the frame.
Well, this is amazing.
So,
thank you.
Yeah. I mean, you can use spacers. I think if you're going to use spacers with no mat and in a frame with no matting, I would have the paper mounted to the board because just having it held down by the spacers around the edge, you might get some buckling or some curving going on over time, depending. I mean, I don't know. I don't use paper that much, so I'm not a real authority on that very, very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.